Fantastic, everyone. Welcome to Monday Night Training. It's so great to have so many people from all parts of Australia, New Zealand, and no doubt the Philippines will be jumping on in any moment if they haven't had a blackout again. It's amazing what people do to get on these calls. Just in talking about the Philippines, they have really, really bad internet, and the crew there have gone out and bought an extra internet box so they can access this training with us each week, and I'm so proud of them. It's really, really cool to see what people do to go out there to build a business with us with Neora. I'm really excited. I want to move on to tonight's training quickly so we can get to the meat of it. But first of all, let's go through what is going on right now. And let me just hit the old share. Everyone can see that, no worries. Colette, give me a thumbs up if you can see it, because I can see you. Awesome. Okay, so we've got some really great promotions this month. We want to be absolutely maximizing every part of them. Unlock the vault. This is where we are going to unlock a whole extra ton of trip volume. The first way is enroll one brand partner on the minimum of 500 QV. And this then not only releases the volume from that brand partner, but any brand partners that they enroll, you will also get that volume in the month of September. But go out and double that and enroll 2 brand partners. And not only will you get the first brand partner's volume, but you'll also get with 2 brand partners, you will also get the preferred customers volume of that brand partner as well. So the third is if you are a founder, and to be a founder brand partner, all you need to do is have had enrolled 3 brand partners on 500 QV in this year of 2019, and you will be a founder. The quicker you do that, the better, so you can maximize on these extra bonus volumes. So being a founder, you will amp up your trip volume by 50% of the brand partners you enroll. So the example here is you enroll a brand partner on 500 QV, you'll earn an extra 250 in volume, which will total 750 in total. So being a founder is the way to go. Go out there and talk to lots of people about helping out in being brand partners, where you can show them how they can earn some extra money and also get their products for free. So the other promotion we've got going on is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 boom. I love this promotion because it's all activity based. Activity based is the way to go. Unless we're doing the activity, we're not filling the funnel, and we're not sharing our products and opportunity with people, then how do we get to bring on new customers and new brand partners? So the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, sending out 5 samples, 4 product opportunity presentations, 3 three-way calls, 2 Facebook Lives, and 1 real results party. Once you have completed all of that, you go to the website, you go to the link below. It gives you a form to fill out. You submit that form, and then you go into the pool of potentially winning amongst the $10,000 that they have divvied up for a whole lot of different prizes. So you got to be in it to win it. But the best part of it is that you are doing the most highest paid activities to actually start the process of the exposure process to bringing on new customers and brand partners. Vietnam, we all want to be in Vietnam. Everybody wants to do everything they can do to get to Vietnam. All I can say is, if you feel like you're out of the game, don't take yourself there. Take yourself to what if. What if you happen to enroll that one brand partner next week that just goes out and guns it, and they gun it, and you get all that extra volume in the September Unlock the Vault. You just don't know what's ever around the corner. And if you give up, what are you really giving up on? Are you giving up on your dream? Are you giving up on your commitment to why you are sitting here in front of this screen every single Monday night, to why you're stepping out of your comfort zone, speaking to people in ways that you've never thought that it was possible? Don't give up. You need to run this right to the last second of this actual qualifying period for the trip. What's the best case scenario? You get to go on the trip. What's the second best case scenario? You're building your business. Each time we do a new exposure, each time we present our products and opportunities to somebody else, or through the exposure process, you're getting better at it. You're learning how to present, and you're learning how to show people how excited you are about building your business with Neora. So next Tuesday, whoever is in Melbourne, I'm going to be in Melbourne. I would love to hang out with your guests. I'm really excited about meeting Mark for the first time in the face-to-face. He sounds like he's going to be heaps of fun, and it's going to be a really incredible night. Please, if you know someone in Melbourne, we need to get them there, get them along, and get them just into our environment. This night, we're going to be talking all about the 10 core commitments. This is the actual wheels of our business. When we live in these 10 core commitments, that is the simplicity of building a business with Neora. If you can't make it that night because you're not in Melbourne or you don't have guests there, make sure you tune in. Tune in to the live. So there's heaps of energy on the live as well. Make sure you give lots of comments, and every one of those presenters, give them heaps of love. It takes a lot of courage to get up in front of a group of people and share from your heart on the different aspects of this business, of what you've seen that works in the topic that you have. So make sure you give everyone heaps of love, because I can tell you when it's your turn up there, we're going to give you guys heaps of love too. Also, the Edge, we want to get to the Edge. This is going to be an absolute cracker. I really am excited to link arms with Mark and really get this show on the road in Australia and New Zealand and Singapore. We haven't even opened the door in this business in this country. We're all sitting here. We know what our products do. We know what this business opportunity does. We know how many people can get started in a business with Neora and actually get paid straight up and start getting those small increments of money to then build confidence to show them how to build into the next parts of our compensation plan. So coming along and learning from people like Puya, people like Damon, that have been in the business for the whole entire 7 years of Neora's existence, who have built incredible businesses. Deborah Drummond, for you guys that don't know, she's the top recruiter in PCs and brand partners in the whole entire company. We want to be in front of her. We want to hear how she actually does this business. And then also, I know a lot of you here know Gigi already, but Gigi is just heart on wheels. She is going to share with us just the true Gigi herself, which is really building this business from a heart space. I haven't met Brad yet, so I'm excited to meet Brad. And of course, as all of you know, or if you don't know, Bo has now left us. It was very sad when he announced that. He has been an incredible gift to our company for the last 2 years. He originally came to join us at Neora to actually help Jeff. The relationship that he has built within our company is just phenomenal. He recently had hip surgery, and he really had that moment of, you know, I'm so deeply in love with my wife. What am I doing? I'm working away from her so much because he was so in love with working with us and really sharing his expertise and his knowledge. So he's gone and retired now, and it's just so exciting for Bo. He really was a true gift to Neora, and especially to Jeff, when Jeff really needed that extra person that could really lift our field and give our field what we needed to build the momentum, the strength. We have that in our home soil now. Now with Mark coming into our Australian market, it's really exciting what's ahead for us. But anyway, where we want to go tonight, I want to put out there 100 text challenge. I'm going to play a video just in a few seconds, and after the video we'll quickly put out some questions, and then from there we're going to go out for the next 10 days and do this 100 text challenge. So I'm just going to tune straight into the video if you want to grab out a pen and paper, and we are going to listen to Aana Camp, who's going to share with us.
And record. Okay, good morning. Welcome to today's edition of Profit in Your PJs. I am real excited about the training topic this morning. And I have just hit my 10th year mark in the network marketing industry. And boy, have I learned a lot. I have failed my way forward. I actually spent some time in 2 companies prior to being here in Miriam, and I had very little or no success. And I realized that why that was is because I was just very uncoachable. I really thought that my way was the way. And it wasn't until I started to invest in self-development and really invest in learning about this industry and learning that more millionaires are made in this industry than any other industry out there, I began to really press in. And I learned a lot by reading the book GoPro by Eric Worre. And one of the biggest challenges, I think, in this industry is for people to really actually go out and talk about their products and really talk about the business. And I think that centers around a little bit of fear, because it's not a difficult thing to do, but we're also very concerned or worried or anxious about what our friends think. We want to do it right. Sometimes we spend way too much time in training mode before we go out and do that. And I think sometimes we hide behind these things like, oh, I've got to file some things. Oh, I've got to learn some more things. Oh, I've got to make some more notes. Oh, I've got to work on my list. And we don't do some of these things that really create the activity that creates the paycheck. And so if you don't get into this gateway skill, you have a very difficult time ever doing anything with your business, right? It's called the skill, I call it the skill of inviting. So if you can't get somebody to take a look at your products or take a look at your business, it's over, right? If you can't get excited about that and share some information, it's over. And so today I want to talk about the best way to invite people, a way that takes all the fear away, a way that is so simple that some of you are going to say, oh my gosh, she's crazy, that's never going to work. But when you try it, it is the easiest, funnest thing, and it is so simple. Okay, so we're all taught in the beginning to make a list. The very first thing that we're asked to do. And I say, make a list of 50 to 100 people that you know, okay? But really, you don't have to have seen them in the last 10 years. They're just everybody that you know without pre-qualifying, because it's been my experience, and I know for many of you watching this, it's been your experience as well, that people that you thought would never ever do this business become the superstars. And people that you thought would do this business, and they were maybe your closest family and friends, they were the ones that said no. They were the ones that hurt your feelings. They were the ones that you were just sure were going to join you and support you, at least by buying the products, but they were the ones sometimes that said no. So you want the biggest, baddest list that you can get, and without pre-qualifying anybody, because as I go through this training, you're going to see that even people you haven't talked to in a long time, this skill, this gateway skill of inviting that I'm going to train on here is going to be the key to even talking to people that you haven't talked to in a long time. So your list needs to be comprised of every single person that you can think of that would know your name. Even if you hadn't talked to them in a long time, they would know who you are. Okay. Sometimes we start with our closest family and friends, but get that list bigger and bigger, because that's so important. The bigger the list, the bigger the paycheck. Okay, so once we've made this list, several things happen. We go out sometimes and we verbally vomit on people. We're like, oh my gosh, you got to try this. And we say too much and we get too complicated, and pretty soon they're backing away because we begin to sell. Sometimes we call people and we're so nervous that we don't really get the information out, or we don't get the information properly to them. And then we get off the phone and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I said that. That was so stupid. Oh, I don't want to do that anymore. I don't like the way that feels. And sometimes you don't pick up the phone at all because you have fear, because you're like me, a perfectionist. You want to do it right. You want to say the right things. You want to be really, really good at doing that. And so you stop. You also stop yourself sometimes because you don't want to have an agenda. You don't want to be that girl or that guy that goes out and starts to call people with an agenda. A lot of people will say, well, I don't want to sell to my friends and family. So I'm going to show you a way not to do that. Okay, I'm going to make it really easy. So getting the appointment to talk to someone is sometimes the toughest part. But once you can get in front of them, then it becomes very easy, because we don't have to sell anything. We have something already that everybody wants. And once you get into this situation where you can sit with somebody and begin to talk to them, we don't have to know a lot of information, because we have third-party tools. We have third-party tools where we can show pictures, right? We can play a video. We can tell a story. We can demonstrate the product. So we have third-party tools that will already do that in that part of what we are what we're doing, right? We're giving them information about the products and or the business. So something has happened in our world in the last 12 months, something that has really created a complete paradigm shift. And I bet most of you on the Zoom right now have no idea that this has been happening. But here's the deal. People don't pick up their phones, right? Newsflash. It's probably not that big of a newsflash for you guys, because you're going like this. Oh yeah, I know, right? I pick up the phone and call people and they don't answer the phone. And the evidence of this is you're not hearing ringtones anymore, right? It used to be like maybe a year ago or maybe more than that, where we were all excited and enamored with these ringtones, right? We were all about these ringtones, and we were downloading these funky fun ringtones, and you can tell a lot about a person by the way their phone rings, right? Well, not anymore. We don't hear ringtones. We have our phone on vibrate, right? We have our phone silent, and you'll notice that when somebody's phone vibrates, they immediately pick it up and they look at it, right? As a matter of fact, for those of you guys that have kids, I know when I call my son Skylar, I call him and literally, he doesn't pick up, but seconds later he texts me. He's like, yo, what's up, mom? I'm like, hello, I'm calling you, pick up the phone, right? So even our kids don't pick up the phone. They actually text right back. It's become the preferred method of communication. So I want to talk about this one concept that's very, very important. So it used to be that I've trained so intently on why. Why are we doing this business? And although it's extremely important to know why you're doing this business, it's what gets you up in the morning, right? It's what gets you excited about what you're doing. For me, I was $50,000 in credit card debt. I was losing my home. I had a big why. For me, the why was money. I was trying to get out of credit card debt. It subsequently became the fact that my friends said no. My first few friends all said no, and hurt my feelings and started to crush my dream. But I knew that, you know what, I was going with or without them, and I was going to prove them wrong, and I was going to do this thing, darn it. And that became my why. And I've always said your why should make you cry, and your why is your boss, right? Why are you doing this, right? For most people, it's money. But I want to change that up a little bit this morning. And I want to say that your why is not so much your boss. This is your boss. So let me get my marker out here. This, let me make sure you guys can see where I'm drawing. This is your boss. I'm not a great artist, so just bear with me. It's your calendar. Is your boss. Okay, so your calendar is your boss. So if I would say to some of you right now, open your calendar, let's take a look, let's see what you're doing, let's see what's happening with your business, you would probably, some of you would go, oh no, I'm good. You know, and you'd probably sit on your calendar, you'd move it out of the way, and you wouldn't allow me to see it because you don't have anything going on your calendar, right? And some of you go, oh my gosh, check out mine, I'm good. My calendar is very, very booked. I have a lot going on. I put my personal things in first, and then I work around my Narian business around that. Some of you don't have a lot of things going on your calendar, but your calendar really does determine what you do in this business. Some of us have jobs, we have kids, we're busy, we have a life, and we have got to put our business, our entrepreneurial business, inside of our calendar around the other events. So your calendar is your boss. Now, if I told you to go out and make 100 appointments and fill up your calendar, how would you feel? You would feel anxious. You would feel stuck. You'd probably feel a little bit fearful. I don't know about you, but I would feel paralyzed if somebody told me to do that, right? So which do you think creates more activity? 100 phone calls or 100 text messages? Well, I used to say it would be the phone calls, but it's not the case today. It's not the case because people don't pick their phone up anymore, right? People don't pick up their phone. Now, you can't build this business 100% by texting, but you can build it through texting. You can get it all started through texting. So this will create a lot of activity. So this texting creates a lot of activity that would not have happened had we just said only use the phone. So you're going to use texting to schedule more important appointments. Okay, so why are you going to do this? Because people almost always text back. And how do I know this? I know this because I do it. I know this because I've studied it. I know this because I've tracked it for the last year. People almost always text back. You can call 50 people and only about 1 or 2 will pick up, but everybody will read your text. You can't stop yourself, right? You just can't stop yourself. So to schedule appointments, we're going to send text messages. So the text message would sound like this: coffee next week? ? Short. Eliciting curiosity, right? Why is this person texting me for coffee? Coffee? Yeah, I want to do coffee. Thinking about you. How about lunch? ? Happy hour? When can we grab a glass of wine? ? Right? Hey, I miss you. Let's catch up. How's this week for a play date? ? Right? You've been on my mind. Hey, are you free for coffee ? Right? When you text somebody a question, they are compelled to answer you. Okay, so if you ever are texting someone, remember that if you ask a question, they will answer you. Okay, so I'm going to move on a little bit here, and I want to talk about why this works so well. So let me erase this real quick. Okay, why does this work so well? So I think sometimes when we know the psychology behind what we're doing, it really is very, very helpful. Okay, so this works so well because it's easy, right? This is easy. Anybody can do this. It also prevents or stops objections. Okay, this stops objections. Why? Because when you call somebody, making sure you guys can see that okay. Also, there we go. it stops objections, because if you were to pick up, you're a new person and you were to pick up the phone and call somebody, you were to start to talk about your opportunity, or you're about to talk about your products, what happens? That person might ask some questions or object to meeting with you or seeing any more. So this stops any objections that you would have. It's also fast. So it builds confidence. Don't you feel better if you have appointments on your calendar, right? Oh my gosh, I've got appointments on my calendar. I'm moving my business forward. I'm really feeling good as an entrepreneur. I've got something going on. It creates confidence. It also creates action, right? Creating action really is helpful for a new person, because you can, if you're getting a new person started, or if you are a new person, you can do this really easy. If you're getting somebody started in this business, you can, right there on the spot, you can show them how to use this as a very effective technique to begin talking to their list, right? It also creates this results. Results equal a belief check. So that belief check is what makes people want to do more, right? So, all right, listen, here's what we're going to do. Okay. So for the next 10 days, we're going to text 10 people we're going to text 10 people per day. I was just reading the chat box. Jill, awesome job. Jill's been doing this texting, and she's giving us her results there. If you're on here live, you can read the results. All right, listen, here's what we're going to do. So for the next 10 days, we're going to text 10 people per day. Okay, so let's look at the numbers, okay? Because this is where it gets really exciting. Okay, so all we're doing is filling our calendar and getting appointments. So here's how it looks. Okay. Oh, here we go. So for the next 10 days, you're going to do 10 texts a day equals 100 texts. Okay? Okay. So at the end of the 10 days, you will have texted 100 people. Out of those 100 people, now some of you are going to say, I don't have that many people. I can't get that many people. That's crazy. You know, that's not going to happen. It's really surprising when you go through your phone, you go through your Facebook, you go through your email, you go through your Instagram, you go through whoever you know, you'll see that this is way easier, because you have the average contact by the time they're 18 years old has over 200 contacts, the average person. So 100 texts, so 100 text messages equals 30 to 50 appointments. Okay, 30 to 50 appointments. So on average, we're going to say 40 appointments. Now, an appointment can be, the number one best thing would be an appointment in person. Sit down and have coffee, sit down and have breakfast, grab a glass of wine, have whatever, a play date with the kids. Let the kids play, and you and the moms, you can talk to the mom, right? However you do it, an in-person appointment is the best. The second best would be a Zoom, because you're face-to-face with a person. It's just like sitting down with them, only you're not really sitting down with them, okay? You're in person though, and you could have a virtual cup of coffee. You could have a virtual glass of wine in between. The third best option is an appointment for a phone call. We're looking for a time-scheduled event that you can put in your calendar, right? Because you're trying to move your business forward. So if you can't talk to someone, so this is your getting the appointment to talk to someone. So out of 40, okay, let's show you like this. If for every, let's see, statistics. Okay, so statistics are 3 out of 10 will become a PC. 1 out of 10 will become a BP. Okay, those are statistics. So if you had 40 appointments and that you sat down to, statistically, you would have about, so this would equal 12 PCs and 4 BPs. Okay, so this would actually be about right. You'd probably have, with our business and the fact that we can demo the products with somebody, we can show them in 15 minutes the results with the eye serum. Because we can demo the products very quickly, I'm going to say that these numbers are very low. We can actually have much higher numbers than these. But here's what happens. So if you brought this into the culture of your business and you did this, plus 5 of your brand partners did this, okay, that would be 60 texts per day going in to your business, okay? Times 10 days, equals 600 text messages going out on your behalf in your business through this really simple process. Of those 600 text messages that go out, on average, you'd probably have at least 240 appointments. Oops, hold on. Slight typo. You'd have about 240 appointments. This would equal anywhere from 75 to 100 preferred customers, and it would equal somewhere between 25 and 50 brand partners. Wow! Could this change your business? Right? Could this change your life? Absolutely, it could. And so I just want to wrap up by saying, if you think about it and you're one and you had 5 people do this, it's simple. It's very, very simple to do. And it's also very simple not to do. But I'm going to say that if you fill up your calendar and you're very organized about how you do this, you're going to be able to get to a lot more people, a lot more quickly than what you see here. So go out, make it an awesome and really exciting challenge for yourself. Listen, if you can't do 10 a day, do 3 a day. If you can do more than that, do 5 a day. But the goal is to really do this. Now, I had a gal that I was coaching with yesterday. We were talking, and she was saying that she doesn't actually work. She works in the home, and she takes care of her family, and she's very busy doing that. And she's got other things she does outside the home, but she doesn't actually have to go to a job every day. And we were saying, wow, I said, you have something that most people don't have. You have time. So the important thing is to get organized about the time. And when I showed her how to do this previously, she had been doing a great job, and she had booked her calendar, and she had 1 or 2 things going on this week that she was going to go sit down and do. But I said to her, gosh, what would happen if you booked that appointment at, say, Starbucks at 10 a.m., and then you booked and that, maybe you booked yourself an hour there to grab a coffee with somebody, maybe less, show them some before and after pictures, catch up a little bit, right? What if you booked that, and then right after that, you gave yourself about a 15-minute window so you could walk your friend out to the car, and you walked back into Starbucks and you had another person there, right? And what if you chained those together? And what if you took one, maybe after you took the kids to school until maybe the afternoon, maybe you took one block of time that you had and you really compacted these one on top of the other, you would be, way ahead of the game. Some of you are thinking right now, okay, I'm going to make this appointment. Then what am I going to do? And you have this wall, you have this fear because you're going to make these appointments and, oh my gosh, what am I going to do when I get there? And you're a little freaked out about that. Let me clear that up in finalizing the whole thing. When you get there, When you get there in person for that coffee, when you talk to them on the phone, whether you get in front of them on the Zoom, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do what you wanted, what you set out to do, what you said you wanted to do. You're going to catch up. You're going to be fabulous. You're going to be finding out about them. How's your family? How's your kids? What are you doing? What have you been up to? How's your job? Oh my gosh. You're going to be surrounding them with a lot of love and a lot of care, and you're going to be connecting with them until they ask about you. Then you have a bridge. And that's very simple, because when you care about someone else, they will ask about you. And when you have a bridge, you know what I say, come to mama. I'm going to tell you, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about my project. Just started a project with $1 billion anti-aging company. I'm so excited about it. And from then, it's very simple, because they want to know more. So I'm going to stop the recording now. If anyone has any questions, I'll stay on. But for those of you watching the recording, go out there, try the text challenge, fill up your calendar. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear how you do with that.
Awesome. So I'm going to share this banner with everybody. I'm going to put it into our team's brand partners page. So each day that you go out there and complete this challenge, sending out those 10 texts a day to get those appointments, make sure you write in the comments of this post and really celebrate yourself for each day out of those 10 days, just going out there to win. I'm just going to get out of this. The big thing is not to overthink what happens at those meetings. You know, you just want to go to connect with people. You want to go and share with what's going on in your life, find out what's going on in theirs, and just be excited. When you can start creating your own little line even that you're always going to say about your excitement about whether it's a project, whether it's your side gig, whether it's, oh my gosh, I found this way to make some extra money, however it is that you would like to always be saying those words, it leads you into the story that you actually will then share with them of how excited you are doing this little project, this little side gig / however you want to put it. But don't overthink it. Just go and have a good time. Go and drink lots of wine for the next 10 days. No, go and make lots of appointments to drink lots of wine for in the near future. Now, one of the reasons why I chose to do that particular training tonight is that we have 2 weeks until the end of month. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that promotion on. I know there's a whole lot of trip volume for people to get to rack up as well. So you want to go out and just give it your all. But the biggest reason why I chose to do such a high volume activity right now is because now is the time where we want to be filling that funnel up of ours. Over Christmas and the early part of next year, other crazy times where last year we had such high activity at this time of year. When we turned up into January and February, our businesses were rocking. And so you really want to now be filling that funnel, looking to the future of where we're going with this business. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to do, so she says 10 days, that's the 10-day challenge. I'm going to make the final day is the 30th. That gives us an extra few days. We got a bit of a buffer there, guys. So you've got till the 30th of September to complete the 10-day challenge. Every single person who completes the 10-day challenge will get a secret code to come to a training, a 30-minute mastermind training with Puya. So go out there and just have a crack. Go and make a ton of appointments to catch up for coffees, catch up with people that you haven't caught up with for a long time, glass of wine, happy hours, whatever it is. If anyone's got any burning questions, I can see the time, we're already over. If people have to jump off, cool. If you've got any questions, I'll hang back for a few minutes and fire away. Everyone's pretty clear with what needs to happen? Awesome. Okay. Well, guys, have an incredible week. We will see you next Monday night. And from there, go out and have an incredible 10, what is it?
Explosive days.
Yes, exactly, Leanne. Bring it on. 100 text challenge. Bring it on. Let's do it.
Thanks, Rach.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Rach. Remember, it's all about activity, ladies. Just get the activity cranking.
Thanks, Shiny.
Love your gut, Shiny. Thanks, Rach. See you, everyone.
Awesome.
I really appreciate your time.